June and Robin Lovelock visit 4 gardens open for the National Garden Scheme charity, Sunday the 12th until Sunday the 19th of February 2023. Mostly the last day on the 19th. This is very much a rough cut of raw photos and video. I should have said 5 gardens. We visited 2 gardens on the first day. What we got here is a short trail of photos, and to paraphrase Tommy Cooper, all the right photos, but not necessarily in the right order. But at least we got a record of where we went and just a few of the still photos. But of course most of the material was shot on our last day, and that included video. Don't forget, you've got the YouTube time bar to skip through stuff, but this sequence only lasts, well, not much more than a minute, I think. Again, aspect ratio of the pictures. Some of those pictures are from June's phone. By the way, some of those pictures took many hours to come through, even though they were just still photos, but we don't know where the delays were, whether it was inside June's smartphone, the communication networks, or whatever. Not to worry. Okay, that's the end of that. Visits to gardens and lots of other things in the middle of February. Rough cut video. We've just got back from a trip. Here's some of the plants that we bought on the way back, but let me point out a few things here. Yes, this is our sign at the start with our address, 22 Armitage Court. The warning sign about our guard cat Toadie that appears in other videos. This is the spot where GPS was tested, Robin's Corner, from the late 1980s. And down here is a bit of garden sculpture that June got for my birthday present last year. And oh yes, recent addition, the armed mouse. Appears on other videos. There's a connection here between mice and cats. Work needed here, and that's some of the stuff we've been buying related to the lawn. Yes, a fort here. This was because the cats, that's Bentley from opposite, and our cat tend to sit on a high point when they're guarding the property. And I thought, let's find a nice little cosy place that they might decide to sit. And it would be appropriate, realising how they mistreat mice, if we had suitable mice here as well. And of course these mice are all armed. So that's that. And yes, we popped a few flowers in there already. So, you want me to carry anything heavy, dear?
Well, there's your compost and stuff.
Yes, I'll get that out later. Right, so have we opened the door yet? Let me do that. Yes, another 1 or 2 things here. Snoopy's robot boat. Let me switch the lights on. Robot boat. Appears on other videos, but basically survived 6 weeks at sea. Attempt to cross the Atlantic. And yes, the battle damage. June said Robin did it. Robin said the wall did it, but the wall is okay. That was from our trip to launch him earlier last year in August. Warning signs. Home of mad ex-NATO scientist Robin Lovelock. Beware of web cameras and water squirters. And there's small print about the water squirters. And
Have you heard they found a body? Yes, I've heard that.
yeah, we heard about that. Yeah, careful because I'm filming at the moment. Right, I saw Bentley here a moment ago. This is our cat Toadie. Hello Toadie. You relaxing, ready for your guard duty this evening? And a moment ago I saw Bentley. Where'd Bentley go?
He's out.
Oh, he's gone out again, has he? Oh, okay. Well, it's still light, a lightning tour of the garden. Yes, lots of tidying up going to be done in here. And we've been making a bit of progress in getting extra places to put tools and junk and materials, and this appears on other videos, but this is just for the few that haven't seen. So tool shed there. June and myself put that up ourselves quickly. Lovely Polish chap delivered it quickly and at a low price. Coming back round here, lower pond, we might end up being a duck pond if we're lucky, if we can get some ducks that choose to live there. The summer house, which is in fact a laboratory, appears on other videos. Lots of junk just put in. We've got to put things in the right place, but we've been creating places where tools can be put. This is the workshop, which appears on other videos. Not sure if you can see it. Advice. The main thing is, when there's time, things will be put in their right place. And of course, people often tell me where to stick things. Telescope, yes. Don't know when we get round to getting that fired up again. Probably with a webcam on it. I think that's about it. June's greenhouse. Yes, lights everywhere. That'll do for that clip. Untidy lounge, but not quite as untidy as the rest of the house. And there's my website, gpss.co.uk. There are lots of pages, and for example the contact page has a link to the GPS SATCOM tracker, and it should show where we've been, for example the last 24 hours, and there we go. That was our trip down to the NGS Garden for today. That's where we park the car. Things happening this week, and a lot of these things overlap, certainly when you come to people. For example, the public press page, apparently all my pages are public, includes the nitty-gritty related to getting renewal of a driving licence, and updates were done there and appears on other videos. And yes, sorry about that particular cartoon and video. And what becomes important with anything are the people, and it's not always obvious who the important people are. And 9 years or so of my life working for NATO in the 70s, and despite that I've got a clear conscience. And one of my many pages is memories of Shape Technical Centre and John Maniello, and rather than bore you with the details, it's all there, but as it happens, a guy who contacted me, this chap, because he'd found the page, explained how important John John Maniello was, and I didn't realise. That's another John. But again, subjects overlap, and this will confuse a lot of people, but some people will understand the connections, particularly if they ask. So that's that. Was NATO born in Sunninghill? As it happens, by coincidence, it was only today that I actually reminded one or two people that we were waiting for release of declassified maps. That was from the US Department of Defence, and also there's a possibility another route is UK Ministry of Defence. And this guy, General Eisenhower, the first Supreme Commander of NATO, his bunker was in the middle of Sunninghill under what became the Marist Convent and School, and in practically every major building, including this area, had a headquarters of some kind. A lot of that was word of mouth, but it would be good to get it from official sources and clearly declassified. So that information there, which is the project I worked on, was cosmic top secret, and in fact I found it several years ago on a American Armed Forces website. We just arrived at the place open for the NGS National Garden Scheme charity. So let's check it out. Lovely place, interesting guy. And look, we could be looking around after having a tea. It's Mahonia, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, lovely. What's these flowers?
Winter aconites.
Oh yes, lovely. What are these dangly things?
Of some sort.
Somewhere for kids to play. More snowdrops. It's a camellia, aren't they?
There's a wasp up there.
A wasp.
Well, a wasp will be. It's more like a wasp to me.
Hello.
So he's out very early.
Yes. And this is where we turn right. And across into the kitchen garden. June just pointed out that finding the front entrance, we came up to this spot here. And I was about to ask somebody, and then she said, I'll drive a bit further. But of course, if we had parked there, we could have got in without paying at all. Would I do that? No, because it's for charity.
Originally the well for to water the plants.
Yes, and what was that you said that is over there probably once?
Could have been the dower house.
Yeah. So plenty of room for vegetables to be grown here when they needed to. As June said, past another owl. Just there. Photographs of more daffodils. What have probably served as a croquet lawn or tennis lawn, and pretty well at the end of our walk. Can I go paddling? No, I can't. There's a grill.
Got a solid grill in there.
Camellia, and June also pointed out a Magnolia grandiflora. Possibly not quite as big as ours yet. The birdie box, but I noticed the swing. So there we go, June. It's rolling. This swing is for children and pensioners.
Right. As long as you don't break it.
No, I better stop there. Okay. June's got her app running, and we've just completed our walk. So after playing on the swing, that'll do for that series of clips. It's time to get our chicken manure and grass seed on the way back, and June's found the right peat for our front lawn. Thank you, June. You can dash in now and get what your stuff is. One of those red bags, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Got it all. Some more plants that probably go in the front. And I'm going to be a passenger now. And June's going to drive. We're driving home now. And June's driving north up. That's it. Yeah. Should be good. And I can relax.
You will arrive at your destination at 1718.
We'll see if it does. We're on the A3. We're just about to come into the tunnel in the Devil's Punch Bowl. Signal in here as well. It's wired right into the tunnel from above, but it may not be. Getting near the exit, coming out into the open again. There we go. So, sun setting, getting near home, near Bagshot Park, about to come off of this road.
Sharp left, A30, London Road.
And onto the A30 London Road. That is the Spot Satcom's tracker, the spare one, that anybody can see where we are and where
Turn
we've been.
left, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
That's the Cricketers pub, well known by some grumpy old men. And we're now on the A30.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A30, London Road.
Use this opportunity to point out a few places on our route, because we're coming into the Sunning Hill Asker
After
area.
400 yards, turn left, B3020, Sunning Hill Road.
So we'll be going past various places, including where King Charles spent his early years, just on the south side.
We weren't going up there.
Oh, we're not going there, we're going past there. So that's the road. Yeah, Jude pointed that out
Turn
quite
left.
rightly. The direct way home would be left there. But in fact, we're going to go a slightly different route to point out some other places. And that's the Windmill Pub. So we're now on the A30 approaching Sunningdale. So we're going to take the next one left in order to go past a few places such as Charters School and Sunningdale School, which will mean something to some people who might see this video. Past another garden centre.
Turn left.
And over a little stream, and we're now approaching Charters School and a few other places that have been quite famous in the past. So June is going to turn right here down Charters Lane instead of going straight on, and over there is King's Beaches.
Charters Road.
This is Charters Road, sorry, and that's Charters School on the right.
After 800 yards, turn around when possible.
No, we're not following the instructions here because we'd go past other places like the entrance to Charters that was once De Beers Diamonds guys. Plane fields. All this was filmed by Snoopy's plane many years ago from the air. And there's a lovely lake on the right, and one of the reasons we're taking this slight diversion is we're going to go past another school, and it'll be Sunningdale School, and again one of the places that Snoopy's plane with its camera flew many years ago to take aerial video of the area. So where we're approaching now is to turn left down Dry Arch Road, and that is because there's a railway bridge.
Turn around when possible.
No, we're not going to turn around. If we followed straight on, which is bearing to the right, we come back into the middle of Sunningdale. But instead,
After 100 yards, turn right, Sunning Avenue.
that's it, it's rerouted, and that's what we're going to do. So we carry on here, just carry on slowly, and we can see there Sunningdale School entrance. Okay, June? Now one or two places might be known around here, because one guy we spoke to today used to
At
go
the
to
end
that
of the
school.
road, turn left, Rise Road.
And we've got to be careful because we come out here onto the road that runs from Sunningdale
Turn left.
into Sunninghill. And we're now approaching Sunninghill Village through an area called the Rise. So I think this is still in the category of Sunningdale, isn't it, Jane? Just
Yes,
here.
yes.
Everybody's heard of Sunningdale because of the golf and things like that. But in fact, Sunninghill has got some important things in it. Not so much now, but it was a few years ago. For example, in the middle of Sunninghill was where, in fact, is that where are we going past at the moment? No, it's Linwood Care Village. there's me trying to remember things on the fly. But we're coming the back way into Sunning Hill, and so I'll leave it running for those few people who might be interested. And we're very close. I think it's on the right hand side. Yes, it is, as we go past what is now the Maris School, and it might still be, it certainly was many years ago, the
At the end of the road,
convent.
turn left, B30.
There we go, the Maris School. But we're going left up Queen's Road. And that's where General Eisenhower had his bunker in the Second World War. And the whole of Sunning Hill was full of Americans, Canadians, other allies. There's quite a lot of Polish people
At the
came
end
in
of the road,
who
turn
managed to get
left.
out of Poland. And of course, Commonwealth guys
Turn
and
left,
royalty.
B3020, High Street.
So we're now coming up into the High Street. And some bits of Sunning Hill haven't changed for many years. When Chapman's, Ironmongers, the railway bridge, barber shop here, lots of things. The Flame Cafe, La
After
Sorrentina.
300 yards, turn right, Armitage Court, then turn left.
And Armitage Court is now only a few yards ahead of us. So
Turn right, then
you
turn
may as well have
left.
the whole lot of this. And because it's in fading light, at least it
Turn
gives us the
left,
opportunity
Armitage Court,
of
then
see
turn left.
what awaits us, because work has been done on a few extra bits and pieces.
Turn left, then you have reached your destination. It is on your right.
So this area was Armitage Court, and
You have reached your destination. It is on your right.
we've been living here since we came back from Holland, the house being built a year or two before. So that's it, and I'll point out a few things for the introduction, and we'll see where we go from there. Got home. June will go inside if anything's waiting for us, and I'll now shoot a quick introduction. And I might have time to edit stuff in some way, I don't know.
Right. This is a track from our walk around the Manor of NGS Gardens yesterday.
And we're about to play it back as a 3D track. And it's a YouTube video. So there's our walk. And of course it shows in 3D the surrounding area. I think that includes Petworth, doesn't it, June?
Somewhere, but I'm not sure where.
Yeah, I'm not sure where either. Easier to look on the detailed Ordnance Survey mapping. Right, and that's it. So, clever stuff, eh? So the video that this clip is going on to is to replace this one, and these are my videos with the last one first, and these are the so-called listed ones. In other words, anybody googling can find them or following the link. And of course I have hundreds of YouTube videos that have been put over the years, and so what I'll do now is just find one little clip to add to this before we wrap up this video. And I'll show a clip from that video. Made in 2004. I'm not going to play all of it, but at least it gives you a clue of where to look for it. And yes, dear Trevor passed away some years ago, but yeah, so he looked a bit younger then. That'll do of that. The reason I mention it is I know at least one guy in his family might be interested in where he went to school adjacent to that. It may appear on the video. Before I wrap up this video, I must show you a bit from this, filmed a long time ago. I think it was, I think 2004, something like that, and it was grumpy old men behaving badly with rockets. And of course pensioners never get up to any mischief, and just that was in fact testing health and safety warning. I'll skip through a load of this. Better to see the original video. And yes, out on Chobham Common, which is where tanks were tested a long time ago, we were experimenting with cameras on rockets. And then we thought, oh, why not try and shoot down Snoopy's camera plane? And yes, there's a near miss from a rocket, a surface-to-air missile. And then we thought, why not try air-to-air missiles? So obviously cameras are everywhere, and I tested that on our front drive, and unfortunately it damaged the garage next door. Anyhow, that's a time to wrap up. Yes, our guard cats, that's the video that was chosen to come up next. But time to wrap up this video. I can correct one mistake, which was I said at some point that I had a clear conscience after working for NATO. I should have said, of course, as I've said many times, I have a clear conscience despite working in military systems, defence systems, since an apprentice in 1965. And anyhow, the most important thing, Toadie, our guard cat, has just turned up. He's checking things out. He usually stalks around everywhere. The important thing was apologies to the lovely guys who hardly get shown at all in that video at the other NGS places we visited earlier in the week, and I'll try and tidy up this version of the video so that at least you can see where we went. So only remains to say, echoed by Toadie, look after yourselves, stay safe, and enjoy what days we have.